morning, my XRP army, my tribe, and everybody out there in YouTube land. Bonox Champion says that in the comments from 5 days ago, he says that he believes that market capacity is irrelevant to the price of XRP, that the powers that be will decide the price of XRP, derivatives, all those things, pretty much just as they have for, what, forever? Yeah, there are powers that be. There are powers that they don't seek limelight. They don't want to be noticed. Because Henry Ford famously mentioned way back when, he said, he was known to say, to have commented that it is well that the American people do not understand the financial system, for if they did, I believe there would be a revolution in the streets by morning. So when you're doing something that monumentally screws the average person for your own personal gain on a very broad basis, to include really every single person in that nation and a whole lot of people around the world, all our trading partners, you don't go around advertising that. You keep that as quiet as you can. And that's why the powers that be own the media also, and the education system. Great events don't just happen, they're orchestrated. And if you don't understand that, then you really don't understand history. Right now, the last couple of days over this weekend, we've had massive riots in Los Angeles. And magically, entire pallets of bricks show up right where the protests are happening. No, that's not magic. These things are orchestrated to happen. Once you understand that about history, things get a whole lot easier. And maybe it's not so, I don't know. There are people that say they don't want to take advantage of a situation because other people, it might harm other people. You know, there are fools everywhere around the world, and they're self-harming by not educating themselves financially and then making moves that protect themselves from what is coming, because there are cycles in financial systems. And they all follow the same pattern because it's the same equation. You can't get away from math. Math is always, it's the great equalizer. 2 + 2 is always 4. I don't care where you go in the world, who you speak to. If you offer to give them 2 of these plus 2 of these for this amount of their local currency, and you try to give them this many, they understand you are screwing them. Doesn't matter the language. I don't care if they don't have a written language. I don't care if they're deaf, dumb, and mute, and even blind. They're still going to understand what's going on, because math just doesn't care. So there are cycles, and they always follow the same pattern. Always look throughout history. The patterns are there, and we are in another pattern. And we're at a point where, should I say an inflection point? I don't really want to say an inflection point. We're just going along the pattern. We're just trudging along, doing the exact same thing that has been done throughout history and getting the same results. There's nothing spectacular or fantastical about it, nothing magic. It's just the pattern following itself to its logical conclusion. And that is that the current world's financial system will implode under the weight of the debt that is being placed upon it. There's nothing new or improved about it. Nothing that's going to be done about it. No one's going to save you from it. No one has a plan to save us. Even Trump's big, beautiful bill, it adds, what, $2.5 trillion on top of all the debt already every single year of what's already there. And then at some future point, they're supposed to recoup it. Well, I've been listening to politicians say that they're going to one last time raise the debt limit. One last time for 22 years. I stopped believing them the very first time they said it. Why? Because the very first time I heard it, I understood the mathematical equation that was going on, because I understand the banking system and how fractional reserve banking works and how fiat monetary systems work. I want you to ponder that. And then you decide for yourself if you're going to go down with the ship or if you're going to build yourself a lifeboat. And when the time comes, you'll be on that lifeboat, and that lifeboat will raise up and protect you financially. That requires effort on your part. I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. It is life advice, and it is relationship advice. Your relationship to your finances. And I want you to be a survivor of what is coming. And I can say that with absolute certainty, it is coming. Turmoil is coming. Collapse of the US dollar is eventually coming. We've kicked the can down the road a whole lot of times. We might kick it down the road a few more times, but eventually we run out of that option. People lose faith in that piece of paper, and it goes to its intrinsic value, which is zero. Don't mean to be a downer today, but there is hope. I believe cryptocurrency will be what rises up out of that ashes. And if you're a holder of it, and I like XRP the most, you might just come through on the other side better off financially than you are today. God bless you all. Take care, and I'm out.